Phil, thanks for joining us and congrats on the results. If you could leave.
Yeah.
We'll open it up to questions in the room. Who wants to start us off? Sam?
Hey, Coach. Really felt like the result wasn't in doubt for much of the night. Really strong performance. What stood out to you as maybe some of the biggest takeaways from a performance like this, considering, that team still has some tough games ahead of them, still has a lot of areas to continue to improve and to kind of continue to climb up the table?
Yeah, I mean, we're nowhere near the level that I believe we can be at. I think we saw a team that dropped their ego and played as a team. I give them a great example of the other night in the PSG game. Dembele got subbed at 66 minutes and sprinted off the field and hugged his teammates, and then every time a camera went to the bench, he was on the bench cheering on his teammates. And I think we saw that from our team today. It was get rid of the egos. LAFC we win, we lose at Minnesota. San Diego we win, we lose at RSL. And the RSL performance was a disgrace. And we win tonight with a performance. So it's ego. People have got to drop their egos and then just keep pushing forward. I'm super proud of the performance. And I've told them I want a 9-point week and nothing more, nothing less than that. And that means that every single one of them in there have got to drop their egos. It's not about an individual, it's about the team. And I thought you saw a team tonight, a proper team.
Hey, Coach, congratulations. Let's piggyback on that and talk a little bit about, the statement this game made. It wasn't just a win, it was a statement. So taking that, what does that mean going forward, and how do we build on that to make this a 9-point week?
I suppose the scoreline is a statement, but that level of performance is what I've seen every day for the last, I'd say, since the international break. Style of play, the aggression, the quality, and like I say, I think we've had some good performances and then some big learnings, good performances and some learnings, and I think every day this week I've told them that it's now time to deliver. After the game last week, I went out there and I said, it's on me, it's on me, it's on me. Now it's on us all to deliver. And there's only so many times you can protect a group of young players, and there's only so many times you can say the young, well, they're not young, they're men. And now's the time to deliver. And I think that extra bit of expectation, that extra bit of pressure, I think has been a great challenge for this group. They don't realise how much I love them. And sometimes you've got to be really tough with the people that you love. And this week we've been tough with them because, like I say, I thought that the performance last week in RSL was unacceptable. And I think this week everyone left their ego at the door and everyone played as trained, played. I didn't name the team till an hour before kick-off today because I wanted everyone to feel like they had an opportunity to play. And like I say, I thought that 25 minutes in the first half was something special.
As the team entered halftime with a 4-0 lead, how much of the halftime talk was about being able to continue the shutout and keep the clean sheet as the team was able to keep that tonight?
Yeah, I wanted to make sure that we didn't drop off. Them second halves are always difficult. It's human nature. It's the mental side of the second half is that we're probably in a little bit of cruise mode. So it was the clean sheet mentality. It was keeping possession of the ball, making sure that we stuck to our principles. And I knew that I could get some of the players that probably been deserving to start. I look at Aravinha. Aravinha should be starting in this team, and he came on and he looked really good. We took Jose Caicedo off because he had a yellow card, and it gave Diego the opportunity to go on, and João's been fantastic. And Ari Lassiter, who I felt all week as in a way, I've let him down in a way because I've been playing players in front of him when he's been playing well. So I wanted to reward him for the person that he is and the play and the importance to the group as well. So it was good to make those changes in the second half to make sure we can have freshness on Wednesday. And I wanted a professional performance in the second half, and I'd say that the last 15 minutes wasn't what I wanted. I felt that people got a little bit selfish, but I think when you got players coming on and they want to really, really sort of like make an impact, you get that little bit of that in a game, particularly when you're 4-5-0 up.
Coach Phil, congrats on the win.
Thank you.
I love the continuous inside the pocket searching today that Kelsey, Balde, and David Pereira did today while keeping Anthony wide, which is a clear evolution of what you've been looking for a little while now. Can you tell us a little bit of that journey of them understanding the spaces and explode them? Because today was fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, we've been practicing that for 2 months now. I thought the LAFC game was probably a similar. There was periods in the LAFC game where I thought we produced moments like we did tonight without the goals. You know, I think the LAFC game was for me the template to how I want for this group to play. We have a saying within the group, you know, the Vancouver goal. We want them to dance a little bit. We want them to go out there and dance. You know, like when you go to I'm showing my age. When you go to a discotheque, you go there to dance, to have fun, to express yourself, to play without fear, to just go there with your friends and just have the best night of your life. And I'd say to them, that's how I want my team to be. I want them to go on the pitch and dance. And the celebration is a byproduct of the happiness and enjoyment, because that's what this group is. And so when they play with that kind of feeling of freedom, then you get performances like tonight. Now, you know, the caveat to that is we've got to do that in the next 2 games, and then the game at home against San Jose, because, you know, there are bigger tests to come.
Any other questions in the room? Sam?
Defensively, first clean sheet teams posted in 2026. First clean sheet, I think, since last August. I think going back a little ways, an MLS play. What impact do you think that could have for the defense, which I think has had a few rough weeks of just kind of, you know, conceding multiple goals, multiple games?
Well, I thought Kamal gave the defence some real composure. I really did. You know, since the sending off, Alex Bonnett's come on and done well, and I feel like we've thrown Alex in at the deep end in terms of some of the, you know, early starts that he's had, and I just felt like, particularly with the way we wanted to control the game, I thought Kamal was, in a way, one of our best players in the way that he controlled the game of football for us. So that was pleasing. So what was your question again?
How can you build off of that?
Yeah, I mean, well, clean sheets are the foundation for success. It's no coincidence. So, you know, like I say, I think we're not getting carried away with this. It's the biggest result in the club's history. But I want consistency, and that's what we've got to demand. And like I say, we've got to leave our egos at the door and just demand that type of performance, consistency, and level. And this group can go as far as it possibly can. I really feel, I think I said it a couple of weeks ago, I really feel we're building something special. With that, there's going to be growing pains, and we've had growing pains, but I said to them before the game is that the people of Portland, their life is this club. So when they go out there, they want to be entertained. And I wanted them to go and entertain. I think you saw that. I think they got entertained tonight. Thank you.